We're People Powered News.
Start super basic. There is shift cable and brake cable, shift housing and brake housing. So these are kind of like peeled apart, so you guys can see what the differences are. This will become important when you go to replace stuff. You got to make sure you get the right one. So this is a brake cable and a brake housing. You see how it's kind of like a coil underneath? Normally you won't be able to see this. This has been peeled back on purpose, so you guys can see it. This is shift housing. This is like straight line metal as opposed to this like wrapped coil. So pass that around and check it out. If you guys want, you can pull the cable out, you can pull the cap off, and just get familiar with it so that when it comes to find housing, you know which one you're looking for. Today we're talking about shift though. So for the purposes of right now, brake is the one that you just want to know that you're not going to grab to replace your shift housing. So this is another little piece you guys can play around with and pass it around. Hold on to the shift cable and just click it back and forth, and you can feel like what's actually happening. And if you want, you can also play with pushing the cable out of the shifter. That's what we're going to be doing today. And this guy, some of you will have a little plug in your shifter. So you guys all see how there's a little Phillips head, little piece in there. So that's where the shift cable is going to come out. You got to pop that guy out of there. It's super easy to lose, this little guy. So be careful with it. But also if you do lose it, it's mostly just a little cap. It's not the end of the world.
It's really not actually about the bike most
Right.
of the time. We use
The bike is the entry point.
The bike is
right?
the entry point. It's the conversation starter. It's that piece that might bring somebody who's uncomfortable with social connection, or has trouble with academics, or has but is really good with using their hands. And it's a conversation point for deeper conversations with young people, and having conversations with that they're struggling in school, or conversations where they're feeling not very confident, or they're just really feeling challenged by life. And it's hard to be, it was always hard to be a teenager, but it's really hard to be a teenager now too. And so, those social emotional learning skills that we can teach them they have to work as a group sometimes on bikes. How do you navigate, doing mechanics with another person? How do you, sit at a table like they are right now, and engage with other, build social skills and life skills. Like, a lot of our youth that come into the program have never touched a wrench before, or don't know the difference between a wrench and a screwdriver. So really basic life skills and really important life skills, but also